by Lydia de Lange. Am I right? To make an omelet, which will be evaluated by Christine Tomoides. And Christine, do you have the summary for Lydia's speech? To save the day.
Lydia's speech is 5 to 7 minutes, and this evening this is her third speech, and we'll be focusing on body language and vocal variety. When she was preparing for her speech, she says, "Oh, I can't believe the topic." I said, "You know what? You don't have to have something deep, because the focus is on body language and vocal variety. So just pick something simple that you can actually extend your voice, and so I'm waiting for this. So good luck with Lydia."
Thank you. Just before we go to Lydia's speech, may I ask for our grammarian's word of the day and the definition of the word of the day? Sorry.
So the word of the day is seize, as in take advantage or seize an opportunity. Should not be confused with cease, which means to stop something, although it could also mean to a physical state, an engine has ceased. That is the word of the day. We are here to seize the day.
We have seized the moment. Thanks.
Oh, that's cheating.
Alright, I will call onto stage Lydia de Lange to make an omelet. Lydia de Lange to make an omelet.
Ladies and gentlemen, Madam Toastmaster, today I'm here, or this evening, I'm here to tell you a story. And hopefully, you already know what shall we say, the title, it says, to make an omelet. Can you complete that sentence? Is that something that you've heard before? To make an omelet,
You need to break a few eggs.
Break a few eggs. I want to tell you a story that was written by a legend about 100 years ago. His name is P.G. Woodhouse. And there are 3 things I reveal about myself very quickly if you get to know me. I used to wrestle, I work in AI, and I love P.G. Woodhouse. So my story is about Bertie Wooster. He's a young gentleman, he has a valet, and he has an aunt that can wrap him around her little finger. And the reason why she can wrap him around her little finger and tell him to do anything she wants is she has a cook called Anatole. And Bertie calls Anatole God's gift to the gastric juices. So Bertie's aunt is at a lady's house. She needs to get this lady to sell her her novel. And this lady is umming and ahhing. She is not so sure if she wants to do it because Bertie's aunt doesn't have enough money. So the aunt seizes an opportunity. She sees in this lady's house. This lady has a husband called Edward, and he has a father called Cornelius. And they are both painters. You can just imagine the setting. A lady who's a novelist, a man who's a painter, and his father, who let's say is an amateur. Bertie arrives at the house, very worried about what his aunt wants him to do, and meets the flock, let's call them. And Edward is down in the dumps. You can see he's not a happy man. He jumps at the most silly, sudden noises. And the opportunity that his aunt has seized is that Edward hates the painting that his father gave him as a wedding present. It is a Venus. Now, I don't know if you know what a Venus is. It's usually a stout lady having a conversation with her. And she's not really wearing anything. So, aunt tells him, this is what you're going to do, Bertie. You are going to sneak down tonight, cut that painting out of its frame, and burn it. This is what Cornelia wants. For me to get her novel, you are going to steal this awful painting that his father made. He hates seeing it, and you're going to burn it. So, Bertie really doesn't have a choice if he wants to eat Anatole's cooking. So he runs down, or let's rather say, what's the word? He sneaks down to the living room. He cuts out the painting and he runs upstairs, tears it into little pieces and starts feeding it to the fire. When he comes to the very last corner section of this painting, he realizes that what's standing at the bottom of the painting is not Cornelius, signed Cornelius, but it's signed Edward. Bertie has just burned Cornelia's husband's painting instead of his father's painting. Disaster. He runs downstairs again to check. And who does he bump into but the father? The father has stolen his own painting. He is so upset that he has given his favorite possession to his son when he got married. And he really, really wants to... Sorry, I don't know what my time is. Okay, so Bertie bumps into Edward's father, who has stolen his own painting from his son that he gifted to him. Turns out he's very upset that he gave this gift to his son. It's his most prized possession. He loves this painting he poured all of his heart into. And to Bertie, the solution is clear. Hallelujah, no more problem. The father has stolen his own painting. He's not according to him, the problem is solved. The painting is gone. And he runs upstairs to go tell his aunt. Bertie! How is this lady ever going to give me her novel now? Her husband's painting is in flames. Well, I told you about Bertie's valet. Bertie's valet is a genius. They say he eats a lot of fish. He solves everyone's problems. He hears about this situation and he says, don't worry, we've heard there has been a couple of art thieves in the I don't want to say circumference, in the area. They've been making a lot of howl for a couple of our neighbors. We could break a window, have Bertie knocked out, and just claiming that art thieves stole both the paintings. Bertie is not okay with this situation. He says, on my word, I will never allow anyone to let me play this part. While his aunt didn't feel the same way, next thing Bertie knows, he's waking up in a daze, and his aunt is standing over him, Cornelia is standing over him, Edward is standing over him with his hands in his hair. His painting has been stolen. Apparently. Well, the end of the story is obviously that Bertie is sitting next to his aunt at his aunt's table with a belly full of Anatole's cooking. His aunt is ecstatic because she has the novel for her weekly paper, and all is well for the father, the son, the wife, and everyone involved. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Lydia. Is it a story or not?
No.
Well,
That
same
was
in the
my
audio
mom.
room.
Seize the weekend and just contribute. Right, thank you so much. May I please have the timer's report?
Um, 7 minutes and 39 seconds.
Thank you so much, Steph. Now, may I kindly have the grammar?
Lydia, well done on dealing with distractions and keeping your face straight.
No, very well.
I did not hear a lot of not buzzwords, crutch words, fillers, crutch words, and not a lot of thumbs and so's. So very well done there. Not as far as I heard, not a lot of grammarian mistakes, grammar mistakes.
Thank you. Well, our prepared speech number 2 is by Kulu. Oh, sorry. I'm so good. Alright, apologies for that. Christine, are you ready with the graduation for Lydia?
Yep.
Okay. Alright, going on to stage now. Christine Tomidas for formal evaluation for Lydia's speech.
Lydia, thank you very much. I'm very pleased that this was your third speech, but this is your first speech that you did without notes, which was excellent. I'm glad you took my advice on doing a story because it's a great way to practice. I said to her, and just for the other Toastmasters as well, what happens is if you use a story that fits, body language, instead of doing a speech and trying to put body language and vocal variety in, it's best just to do a story. It's the easiest way to use your hand gestures and your vocal variety. So very well done on that. Very well done on keeping the momentum, even though there was a couple of distractions coming through the door and running through the door at you. Well done on that. I definitely think you hit the mark with the vocal variety and the body language. That's for sure. And you started off right at the beginning. God's gift to gastric juices. I liked that you said that at the beginning, and you tied it up at the end as well, and you finished off quite nicely, which was wonderfully done. I am hoping that this particular speech and the fact that you didn't use notes, storytelling is the easiest way to give a prepared speech, even if the whole speech is not a story, but you put anecdotes in. It helps you to remember your story. It also helps the audience to remember your story. So I'm hoping that it's built your confidence up. The only thing that I would say, which is a positive and then a slight critique, in all of your speeches, you're very passionate, you enjoy your speeches, and that comes across in all of them to the audience. I do think in a couple of places, here, you could have maybe used the angry voice, but you were enjoying your speech so much that it was a bit difficult. So I think in a couple of places, what you're saying in the angry voice, your face must match what you're actually saying. I listened to somebody the other day, and he was talking about the highway. 15 people died. Okay, so we don't want that. Okay, so I think if you're doing that, you must make sure it doesn't matter what your topic is, that even though you're passionate about the speaking and being here, I think just make sure that your facial expressions and your body language match what you're saying. I think that would be my only critique. And also just Toastmaster etiquette. We don't run off the stage, we wait for the Toastmaster to come, and then we shake hands, and then you can take your seats. And also, just one last thing that I didn't mention, I think you were a bit distracted. You weren't distracted with the people coming in, but you were distracted with the time. Like, where am I in my speech and where am I going? Okay? So that distracted you a little bit, and I do feel that you rushed towards the end a little bit. So I think just playing your time in, don't worry, hopefully the timekeeper will keep up, but if not, you keep to your zone and where you are in your speech. Don't worry about the time. Okay, but very well done, and I'm very excited to see your next speech.
Thank you very much.
There is actually a movie that was made.
Oh, really?
Thank you, Jesus. 1930 something. but yeah, the same characters.
Yes.
So I can watch it then.
There is actually a series as well. I thought you meant this story specifically. I think this story specifically doesn't.
No, there is.
But there are quite a couple of Jews in this story.
Right. Thank you so much, Christine. For